A quick note about something that's been paramount in my mind and heart over the last 5 months, and the National MS Society. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now. Multiple sclerosis, as we talked about, is comprised of unpredictable and often disabling flare-ups of the central nervous system. Such flare-ups disrupt the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The National MS Society is the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world, investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1-800-344-4867, again 1-800-344-4867, or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. Also of note, we are still raising money for the National MS Society through A Venture to a Cure's fundraising page at rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. Again, rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. This effort will last through September 30th. So please, if you have a moment, please take a look at it. For all of you that have donated to that page and donated to the National MS Society, thank you. It's been something that I've been dealing with over the last 5 months, but quite frankly, the last 10 years, as I had that first demyelinating disorder back in 2011. So your thoughts and your time and your care have been incredibly paramount to me, and I thank you. I thank you very much. I thank to all of you that have donated money to this amazing organization. It touches me in so many ways, and I appreciate all of you. And on that, it's time to talk. What happened here? We got a lot to talk about tonight, because this is the Venture Forward VF Talks. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. And I'm JV, and over there is a cantankerous member of my existence for the last year, and that of Rex, who is a Triceratops, a stuffed Triceratops, who thinks he's a T-Rex. It's a joke that will never stop being told. I'm not calling you a joke. Oh. 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 Oh? Anyhow. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. On friends over on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch on this incredible Friday on what has been an incredible 24 hours, which has been an incredible set of weeks and all of that. So we'll get to all of this and we'll talk about that black and white thing that was next to Bruce and that guy in moments. But let's quickly. Well, first, let me. All right. In the sense that I want to say hi to all of you, so we're going to do that. And we start off with Sarah. Sarah, how are you? Hope you're doing well. All things YouTube. I wonder who that is. Darn. Hope you're having a great day. Marilyn, we get to see the kitty today. For one weird reason, the text of the comments are coming up in like Lucida Sounds console. Whatever, I could see that. We get to see the kitty today. We'll talk about the kitty in mere moments. Good to see you today, Marilyn. Tried to use the wave emoji, but got the waffle instead. Who doesn't like waffles? Tell us in the comments. Sarah says, hi, Professor. There you have it. And this All Things YouTube says, where troubles melt like lemon drops. And of course, if you tell people that you're going to be talking about your new kitty, you get your family. So, hi, Aunt Bern. Hi, Mom. I love you both. Let's bring on our wonderful panel. Ashley, Matt, and Paul here on a wonderful, wonderful Friday afternoon. How you guys doing?
Good, great. How are you?
Doing well. Matt, were you going to say something? Oh no. Oh, you muted. Oh,
I
no.
muted myself.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
and Ashley,
fabulous.
test.
How are you?
Hi.
There we go. Hi. How are you? How's it going?
It's been a long week. I'm glad it's Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been that sort of strange week too. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad we are here. I'm glad we are doing this conversation as we do every Fridays. Let's start off with what made the week complicated with whatever you can share.
Well, I'll start off. I found an awesome piece of art that I think you, John, would particularly like. I'm going to share it if I can.
Okay.
All right. So I found a YouTube channel, and the guy takes your doodles and makes full rendered art out of it with Photoshop. He's a professional Photoshop artist.
Hang on one second. Let me get this back up. There we go.
Oh
my God.
It's a phoenix.
Thank you. That's incredible.
It's called Benny Productions. And
What was the starting
I have no
point for that?
affiliation with hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Here's what he was given as a reference. So people give him little crayon drawings like this, and he turns it into things like that. It's pretty insane.
Wow.
And he shows you how he builds it, because he started out with this generic wing, and then he morphed it, and then colored it, and then recolored it, and then made the tips glow.
That is so cool.
It's a fun channel. Again, not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I'll stop sharing this, but Yeah.
That's got some real Pokemon vibes to it.
Real.
I think he puts them on disc plates. Are you familiar with disc plate?
Oh yeah.
A lot of YouTubers are advertising for disc plate. I'm not. Hashtag not sponsored again. But it's metal artwork. So they print on metal, and then you put some magnets on your wall, and you just clink, slap it up on the wall. I think that's a disc plate. Anyway, that was cool. That's what happened. That was cool.
That was really cool, and I have to say I appreciate anytime someone shows me a phoenix, and we got members of this audience who have shared a lot of great stuff as far as phoenixes and what they are, and it talks about my story. So that's why that idea gravitates to me. That's why it's. So thank you for catching on to that, Matt, and thank you for capturing
I will
it.
say, I equally appreciate art, but instead of phoenixes, it's tacos for me.
There you go. There's taco reference number 1.
Oh, there'll be plenty more.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it for sure. Let me go to Paul. Paul, how are you?
I'm great. Doing good. I don't have any tacos, but I do like disc plate, and I do like that art. It was nice. So I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Nothing like super exciting this week. Well, let me think about that. I should come more prepared. If I could get a list of these questions beforehand, John.
Oh, I know.
Very
I
helpful.
forgot to send you the email that I give all the guests of the show. It's like
I could go on a walk this morning and think like, what is worth sharing? What could I share? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I did something like physical. I did some like physical labor. Don't normally do that, but I fixed my stationary bike because it was like the wheel was coming off. Boy, turns out that makes bicycling very hard. So I found a way to put it back on. So felt pretty accomplished.
bike mechanic in the wings over there. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of stationary bikes, I got a fun story. Does anyone watch Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yep.
There was an episode where the crew had an invention contest, and they had to invent something. And Crow, the one cast member, he invented the mobile stationary bike, or the mobile stationary treadmill. So it was a treadmill that you would walk on, and then every one step you would advance the treadmill, the whole contraption would move one step. So it was like a net zero. It's like you're just walking, but you're on a treadmill. And I don't know. I just every time I hear the term stationary bike, I think of that show.
There's Crow over there, along with Tom Servo and Gypsy. Gypsy, the basic lovely purple thing, and Tom Servo and Crow and Joel Hodgson, the original creator and host of the series back from seasons 1 to season 5.
My cat was named after Gypsy from MST3K.
And for some weird reason, I lost a certain person here. Hang on. Sorry about that. Hold on. What happened? I'll just go back to the 4-panel over. Yeah, I am a big fan of that show. Big fan.
My brother invested in the Kickstarter for the movie that they were trying to put together, and he got perks and all this weird stuff from it.
The first one, I was part of the Kickstarter to bring it back to Netflix. The second one, I haven't, for obvious reasons that we've talked about on this show. So, Matt and Paul, Ashley, I saved you for the end because you have a story that's been basically the encapsulation of the last 24 hours and is now the lovely, lovely kitten that's in this house. So how are you and what's going on?
I'm good. We have a little teeny tiny kitten in the house now. Drove all the way to Lancaster to get her. Courtesy of a friend of mine who took in stray kittens whose mom had been hit by a car. So, yeah.
And I would say Stevie, lovely kitten's name. I think Stevie. We're naming
Yes.
Stevie. For a moment, I thought we're gonna replace the I with a Y, but it's Stevie. It's amazing. She's what, 7 weeks old, 6, 7 weeks old,
6 weeks old.
and she has just the most incredible sort of joie de vivre, if you will.
That's really cool. I gotta ask. I'm curious. What is Stevie named after? Is this like a Stevie Nicks?
No, it was just Stevie
Reference?
because we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, and then we just kept the name.
Got it. Okay. I like it. Nice. It's a good name.
Yeah, it's Stevie is Stevie's tied. The female version of Stevie is tied to someone a long time ago, and someone I had incredible respect for, and just an incredible name, and it's and yeah, Stevie Nicks too, incredible artist too. The most interesting thing is this: how much Bruce, the 57-year-old cat we have here, who's like 105 pounds, like a bench 300, has really taken on the role of Big Brother right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. It's just incredible how much he has done that. If you don't mind, can I indulge you in 2 minutes of absolute cuteness?
Yes, please.
Bring it on.
All right.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Good job. Come on, Bruce. Come on, Stevie. You're doing good. Uh-oh. You got it. Got it, baby. Uh-oh, Stevie's confused because she's on the wood now. She's scared.
So that's Bruce, right?
On the carpet.
Yeah.
You'll be
Bruce is the orange kitten. Or cat, rather.
Careful. There you go. Yeah. It's easier on the carpet. Yeah.
I think what's fascinating is that they can hear this video too.
Good job. Good job. Good girl. Yes, you got it. Come on down. Last 2 steps. Okay, one more. One more. One more. Yeah. See? You can do it, baby girl. You can do it.
There you go.
Go. Not the most graceful.
You're right. It wasn't the most graceful landing, but absolutely the most adorable 2 minutes I can ever put on a live stream. So, yeah, that happened last night.
Total cuteness.
Mm.
Does Stevie know she's cute, and can she get away with stuff because she's so cute? Or is it
Yes.
too early to tell?
No, she does.
Some comments.
That's a dangerous combination, and cats know they can get away with it because they're so stinking cute.
Going back to waffles for a second. We talked about having a great Norwegian stovetop waffle maker someone gave me. Waffles sound incredible. For sure.
Pro waffles.
Pro waffle. Mom with an interesting question. Where's the vat? Oh, where's cat? Got it.
Is Stevie in the room with you, John?
No, Bruce is, though. Bruce is acting as the bodyguard. Sarah's reminding me to mute those people. They're dangerous. Could very well be. Sammy Superstar says, hey, everyone. He says
Hey,
it's
Sammy, what's up?
super cool. And then, of course, then he says tacos. Because you start mentioning tacos, he starts talking tacos. And then the other thing that he has talked about is the fact that I know you want an iPad, Paul. So, Paul, you want an iPad?
Hey, if he's got one lying around, I'll take it. I had mentioned to him last night that I was thinking about getting a new iPad because the one I have is like legit generation 2. I have generation 1 and generation 2. So they literally won't update now, and some apps are like, we can't do it anymore. We can't work with this archaic trash.
I have the Apple Pencil for the iPad, but I don't have the iPad.
How's that work?
Hey, it's nice having $130 paperweight. Like if I need to like put some papers down and like make sure they don't go anywhere, I can just best $130.
So has it not shown up yet? Why just the pencil?
Oh, they're back ordered till July.
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
And
because
then
they run out of microchips.
I had to get like not the base model. So any addition that you put on it with specs, they have to manufacture it just for you. And then they're like, well, you can engrave it for free. So then I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what should I engrave on? That was a big.
I'm gonna go with tacos. I'm gonna put my money on the tacos.
That is a wise bet, but no, I didn't choose tacos. I chose where troubles melt like lemon drops, and then underneath it I have the monkey emoji for the flying monkeys, because that's a lyric from Somewhere Over the Rainbow from Wizard of Oz.
That'd be the one.
And I have a website called Wizard of Haas. And anyway, trying to incorporate Wizard of Oz stuff into my content.
It's that branding, and if there's anyone that's been really good at this branding game, Matt, it's you. So bravo.
Something cool.
Well, you have a tattoo on your lower back, right, that says "Stop stealing my apples" from Wizard of Oz. Am I right?
That's a tramp stamp. Thank you very much.
Yeah, quit stealing my apples. It's a good scene. Those trees are weird. That was a good scene.
Them apples.
Marilyn says, I have the iPad and the pencil.
She's got both? Marilyn, tell me in the comments, is it worth having the pencil? Because I'm curious.
Let us know.
Because you have the pencil and can use it, which is different.
Whereas Matt just has the pencil and nothing to use it with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. I got something to share.
Okay, I'll go back to main.
Push some buttons here. Share screen, click the screen, click share button. There we go.
And
you
hold
know
on.
what this is? This is a book cover. So the right hand side is the cover, and the back is the back of the book. And so the book is Where Troubles Melt Like Lemon Drops, and then it's got my logo here and my thing, and it's just a bunch of ruled lines for journal. So I published a 100-page book with no writing inside the book. It's just ruled lines, and it's waiting to get approved by the Amazon overlords. And if you want the paperback, you can soon buy it. And if you do, I will earn 18 cents per copy.
18 cents?
Well, you know, they tell you what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to retail for. I jacked it all the way down. I'm like, I don't want to make any money. I just want to make something cool. So I thought, you know, a poppy field, because those are the red poppies. Because, you know, in Wizard of Oz, they went through the poppy field before they got to the city, Emerald City. Mm-hmm. And there's no Wizard of Oz branding. You know, it's just... But it feels like Wizard of Oz. I got yellow brick road, yellow text, and I got the flying monkey. I got the poppy fields. So I think I'm skirting. I think I'm playing nice with. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, I just
I
brought
put
that
back.
up.
I think I'm playing nice with the copyright laws and not, not infringing on Warner Meat. Where'd it go?
Oh, you want to bring it back up? Bring it back up.
Oh no, I lost it. I don't.
Oh, you lost it. Yikes.
Oh, things are just like bebopping all over the place over here.
Well, it's funny.
Was it-
Go on.
Oh, no, go for it.
No, it's funny.
After
With
you
YouTube, there was a problem with some of the streams, and I had to actually VPN over to a UK server to watch the streams that are happening in this country. And in order for me to watch them in like 1080, I had to watch it on a UK server. So I had a VPN over to the UK to watch both David and Luria in 1080p today. Go figure.
Hey, I love tech solutions. I hate the technology that localizes digital content to different geographical regions. I think that's so dumb that exists as a thing. Like, why can't I watch the BBC on Netflix? Why do I have to be gated into one geographical region? Computers don't want to do that. You've got to force computers on the internet to behave that way. Computers inherently want to share the stuff they have. They want you to connect.
Computers,
and
they want to run free. They don't want to be boxed in.
Fly be free.
Copy
Yeah.
protection is breaking computers. That's the code. It stops a computer from doing what it wants to do. It's just stupid.
I once, once I had this like pretty young computer that I had to take care of for a while, but I was like, this shouldn't be in the house. So I actually drove it out to the woods, and it kept wanting to come back to me. So I would throw rocks at it, and I said, "Get out of here! Get out of here, computer!"
Get out of here!
Coming down my face. It was really, I'll never forget that little computer. He's probably out there somewhere.
Right on the
Sometimes
side of the
rocks
Jersey
at it
Turnpike.
because-
Sometimes
You
when I
threw
see a
rocks
full
at it
moon and I
because you
hear
loved it,
a
didn't you?
howl, I think he's playing a wave file. That's my bit. That's all I got.
Bravo.
That's all I got.
It's bravo. That was spot on. Spot on. So Marilyn says she has the iPad and the pencil, but they're still in the box, and she hasn't had time to take it out and play with it.
I recommend taking it out and playing with it.
If I had a quarter for every time I said that to somebody.
Oh God. That's great. That's phenomenal. Quick question from the viewing audience: where is the cats? Bruce is behind me, snoring, and Stevie's talking to herself, asking, "Why the hell am I here?" So it's basically a marriage of those two things. That, this 8-year-old, 237-pound cat behind me, and
We have a new
Stevie.
viewer on YouTube. Ingrid, hello.
Ingrid, how are you? How you doing? How's everything going? Glad to see you this evening.
I have an ex-girlfriend named Ingrid. Are you my former ex-girlfriend?
Might be.
Probably not.
Don't know.
Probably not.
Could very well be.
You never know. It's a small world. She's like, I don't even know who you are.
I have no idea who you are. I'm getting a request to show them.
You're going to have to show your new cat on camera.
Well, I have the cantankerous one down here. I can grab him.
Well,
He'll
see.
complain about it for about 10 seconds before, he tries to bite me, but he only has 3 teeth, so it's just adorable. But I was Go ahead.
I don't envy your situation. Like, do you get up, leave the room, and let us 3 run the show in your absence to grab the kitten? Like, or not? Like, you're probably weighing the pros and cons of that decision, and I feel bad for you, sir.
Well, I mean,
Jamie, just think of how many inappropriate jokes I can make between the time that you leave and come back. I could wreck your
That-
channel. I don't want to.
Oh, well, I mean, the millions of viewers and everything. Yeah, you know what? It's a risk I'm going to take. I'll start with this guy back here. He's going to try to bite my arm off, which he can't. He'll cry bloody murder, and then we'll try to get the kid and deal with that. So please stand by.
And that's just Ashley.
Oh, well, there you go. So, Paul, if you could keep it to 75 jokes or less, I appreciate that. I'll be right back. This one's easy. I could just talk amongst yourselves.
So, interesting thing. When you mentioned Ingrid, I was like, I wonder what country has the most Ingrids. You know, not a super common name. I'm gonna go with Germany. So, but I
I was
don't
gonna
know
say
yet.
Albania.
Here's Bruce
Hi, Bruce.
in 3D.
Bruce is super.
You
adorable.
have to Simba the cat, like hold him up, like the meaning of life, up
How you
closer
doing?
to the
This is-
camera.
You finally made the show. You finally made the
Poor
show.
Bruce.
And I know I woke you up, and I'm sorry. I'm a horrible guy, but
Poor Bruce is in hell right now.
Bruce does not like being held.
all right. One down, one to go.
Okay.
Sweden. Ingrid says Sweden.
So that's a good. You know, that's a great guess. Yeah, that does seem like a Sweden, a Norway, probably somewhere. So I typed in what country has the most Ingrids, and Google didn't trust what I wanted, and they said, "Do you mean what country has the most gingers?" And I was like, "No, I do not mean that, Google. How dare you? I mean Ingrid." So maybe I'm the only person who ever asked this question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sweden has a town called Åhus, and it begins with a capital O with a umlaut over it, the two dots.
Okay, here we go. The name Ingrid remains widely given in all of Scandinavia, with the highest frequency in Norway. So,
With the crinkly edges,
Okay.
Norway.
with the crinkly edges. Exactly.
So many lovely crinkly edges on Norway.
Old Crinkle Land.
All the fjords and the inlets and
Have you guys ever been there? Like Sweden, Norway, any of those places?
negative. No.
Oh,
I really want to go.
We've got a kitty. Hi, baby
there's
kitty.
Stevie.
Aw. Closer to the camera, John. Closer to the camera.
He can't hear you. He doesn't have his headphones on.
John, someone needs to tell John how to get internet points. Full screen, John, and close to the camera.
So, Ashley, you said your
what
mom
happened?
was taking care
What happened to
of-
John? John's right here. Bruce has a friend. So cute. And I'll get through the comments in a second. Can I put you down? Can I put you down, Stevie?
Is Stevie just kind of like, she just kind of like claws in right to you,
Yeah.
Ashley?
No, she's not. She's not a big
Okay.
clawer. She's not.
Oh, that's nice.
She enjoys biting toes.
Okay. So the things I do for the viewing audience and whatnot, and now she's going to hide behind the door because she's petrified. But there she is. That's Stevie, and that
JV, giving the people what they want.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
You do it so
The
well.
Venture Forward just proves my hypothesis that 50% of all online videos have a cat in them.
Oh, there you go. Did we ascertain that Ingy never dated you, right? Okay.
That's what she claims.
Okay.
That's what she clicked.
Thanks for confirming.
Oh, Matt, I think a woman would remember. Wink. You know
What
I mean?
what happened in Sweden? I go away for 2 seconds and we're talking about Sweden.
Oh no, Ingrid had a great guess. We were wondering what country has the most Ingrids.
Oh.
Turns out it's Norway, very close to Sweden. I think. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. Yes. Final answer. Close.
Hang on. I gotta capture this. There you go. Look at this. Look at
Big
this.
brother.
Look at this team up.
Do not
I
poop
think
on
this
the
should
carpet.
be a challenge in both. She's. See now again, you could tell that she's 6 weeks old because she can't walk straight, and now this is the point where Bruce either becomes a big brother, or tries to do something sinister. And no, look at that, just walks away. Good. All right, moving back.
You know what Bruce reminds me of? Bruce reminds me of kind of like a bantha from Star Wars. Just kind of big, just kind of like lumbering back and forth. It's gonna get you there. You could probably strap a lot of equipment to Bruce's back.
I'm thinking at least 400 pounds of satellite equipment. I'm thinking.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon from South Carolina, and then quick little comment. Keep losing signal. You can catch the replay and whatnot. I've been having issues with YouTube today, but you're on Facebook, so I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
Switch to the high gain antenna. That's my recommendation.
Oh boy.
Goodness, my goodness.
I
So
wonder if there's some like server issues going on.
probably the same server issues that were happening 2 nights ago on YouTube.
YouTube gets wonky every now and then, but they're usually quick to get it back to where it needs to be.
So any big plans for the weekend?
Next weekend's a holiday, and I will not be doing my show on Monday. Now I am doing it on the 24th, but not the 31st. There's a picnic. My buddy's hosting a get together.
Nice.
So we're gonna go over to his place and do crazy things that no one shall speak about.
Crazy things.
It gets pretty wild. And he's got himself a fire pit, and since I'm a woodworker, yeah, I've got this channel here. I've got all kinds of scrap wood. Am I locked up?
Oh, you locked up for a second. I think got all excited that you're a woodworker, so you know.
Let me close some apps here that I don't need open. Anyway, so that's
Viewer
what I've
discretion
got
is
planned.
advised.
Yeah. Close messages. Close my to-do app. Or my reminders app, I should say. What else don't I need open? Notion. Close Notion.
Oh, Notion. Oh, that's
Notion's freaking awesome. Have you seen what I did with Notion?
I have not seen what you've done with Notions lately.
I'm really kicking butt. Do you want me to do a little screen share sesh?
Yeah, sure. We got a screen share sesh going on here. I'll go back to main, and then we'll go over here and.
Okay, so this is my website, allthingsyoutube.com, and if you scroll all
Shameless
the way
plug.
down, you got this Notion link here. And here are all of the future live streaming shows I'm going to host on my channel and others. But you can go to the link, All Things YouTube, and this is everything that I've published recently. And I just added these cool icons. We've got edited videos, live streams, or audio podcasts. And they're all date stamped. And if you want to go to a piece of content, you can just click the link and it'll load the play page. Start going. And then I did that for Awesome Wood Things, Piano Awesome, Awesome Fun Things. Got all my contact information, social media links, donation, and then the About page. And, you know, I like putting fun, snarky things in here, you know. Looks like the first bullets are all business, and then I'm a lion attack survivor, a pretty good piano player, taco enthusiast, self-proclaimed, blah, 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 blah.
Business analyst, business consultant guru.
This cost me nothing, John.
It can't even say for pennies. There were no pennies at all. Not even a Bitcoin.
Do you have any? How long have you had that on your site?
This is week number 3 that I've been doing it, and I've cataloged. I'm going back, and it's also it's not only cataloging the public-facing stuff, it's cataloging my assets. Because I want to know the thumbnail files I've used for a particular video, not only the JPEG, but the working Photoshop name. I want to know the exact name of the movie, the video file, and I want to know what drive it's on, because I have 7 external drives. I want to know what Final Cut Pro event and project is called. So I will be able to say, oh, what did I do last year? Oh yeah, I want to reuse that thumbnail because I did a cool graphic and I want to alter it. I can go into Notion, find that video, and find all my core assets exactly where they are in my filing system, and it's amazing. I love it. I love it. And I also have my to-do lists in there. I have to-do lists for developing content, to-do lists before I publish a video, and to-do lists to market the video after I've published it. And that's all hooked in there and everything. It's amazing. And
quick question. Does anybody, I don't know how to phrase this without sounding like a jerk. Does anybody click on it? I mean, do you have, since you had it on for 3 weeks of data, like, does anybody look at it?
There's no feedback I have. I can pay them to get analytics.
I mean, you could look at Google Analytics, couldn't you?
Well, I would have to pay them $5 a month to allow it to be indexed by Google. And then I could turn on Google Analytics if I paid them $5 a month. But I haven't paid them $5 a month. This is Notion, that is. So right now I have no analytics reporting. However,
I'm sorry. I mean, yeah.
Well,
No, go for it.
This is a file archive system for me. And oh, by the way, I'll have these public-facing things. If people use them, they use them. If they don't, they don't.
Matt, quick question. If someone's building their own, their own site, but also other social media sort of structures within the site, so the marketing and the structure and talks and whatnot, where does one begin with Notion?
Watch Kat Mulvihill's free content. she has some live streams, and she's talking about how to use it for content creation, which is right up my alley. There's free YouTube videos beyond Kat's offerings. You can join the Notion Facebook group, and you go to the Notion's help pages, and they've got videos on how to do everything. How to set up databases, how to make them relational, how to do templates so it'll auto fill in the like you saw those green thumbnails, which is either like the live stream or the video or the audio, like it'll kind of save you clicks that way. And then if the question is, how do you behave, how do you put together your social media empire? Well, then I know all about making websites, rolling up Facebook groups, rolling up Facebook pages, doing the Twitters and the Instagram. Like I've done all of that.
You answered her question in the comments, but I'll bring it up. Sarah asked, how long did it take you to put that together, Matt? And you said 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. It was really humming the first 2 weeks, and then I sort of polished it up within the third week with the icons and some more formatting and things like that, because there's a lot more fields. I only showed 5 columns on the screen. Each row has about 15 columns. And again, that's my Final Cut Pro folder, my Final Cut Pro event, my Final Cut Pro project, the name of the folder on the Macintosh, where it's at on the Macintosh or archive. And I've got some other things that no one cares about except me. But I'm building an empire here. I have 4 YouTube channels, and I have crap everywhere. And I'm trying to get organized so I know where it's all at. And same thing for writing my email newsletters. It's not public, but I'm cataloging all of the marketing I do. So when I make little images and post them, I catalog that. So when I go to write an email newsletter, I can see here's the last 3 marketing things I did. You might find something interesting in them. So I don't know. It's helping everything. It's touching all parts of the workflow in a positive way. And
that's awesome.
Ingy said she started to build a site with Wix. So what would be the difference between building something with Wix versus what you would get out of a Notion per se?
Okay. Wix is a website builder. It's similar to Squarespace. And so that gives you, it's an all-in-one service where they host it, they'll register your domain, and then they'll give you a tool, an online tool, that you can build your website. Notion is a related database tool that also has the ability to put the pages up on the internet in a limited way. Like Notion isn't, I want my banner to be 233 pixels deep, and I want this head to be blue, but I want that head to be green. Like Notion doesn't play that game. Notion is like Microsoft Excel online, but with 100 times more features. But it's not a website. Well, it is a website. They're public web pages, but it's not a traditional site.
Matt, would you say that Wix is like the house you're building, and Notion is like a file cabinet within that house?
That is an oversimplified analogy, but
I
I
don't know
will
why
approve
people
it.
laugh at. That's fucking genius. That's exactly what
you
it
know what,
fucking is.
Paul? It is fucking genius. I agree. Viewer discretion is
I
advised.
mean, not genius. It's not genius. I'm just saying, like, that's what it is. Some people might. Ingrid, if that helps you, great. If it doesn't,
No shameless
help
plug for
somebody.
Staples either.
And I'm a big fan of owning your digital properties, and you can own things that are your website because no one can take them down unless they DMCA you. But you know, you're not beholden to Facebook's terms of service or YouTube's terms of service for your website. Your website will persist, and a good business strategy is to have a website and have your website be known by your customers or audience, because you never know. You can get a strike, and then you're not able to stream for a week. How are you supposed to tell your customers? You can put it on your website. Do you have an email list? You can email them directly. Like, you shouldn't run your business on the backs of commercial social media platforms only. Notion, Sarah says, is Notion like Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access combined? It is far more like Access. Actually, that would be the correct statement. Notion is like Microsoft Access, and it's really a lot less like Excel. Oh, little.
See, we're talking about Notion and site design and whatnot, and all I gotta capture, but I don't want to scare her real quick because I know if I back up, she's gonna freak out. So I'm gonna do this as carefully as possible. Just talk among yourselves. Hang on. There we go. There we go.
You can dial into the show. The number's 444.
This has become the Stevie and Bruce show, hasn't it?
Sarah asked a question. Can you put in data from Access? Well, I don't have a full answer, Sarah, but Notion last week did just publicly open up their API. It's in beta. So now you can touch Notion, put stuff in it, take stuff out of it from external applications. And maybe Microsoft Access is part of that. Maybe it's not. But
oh man, Kat lost her mind. She got so excited when they released the API. She's like, oh my gosh, guys, they released the API. It was pretty awesome. She was so excited.
Now, when you refer to Kat, you're not referring to the two creatures that are next to me, right?
Oh no, I am.
Okay.
I was talking to Bruce. We texted
Oh,
each
well,
other.
there you
He
go.
lost his mind. He's like, I can record all the food I eat. I can link it.
and Bruce can
Make recommendations.
push data to Google Calendar with the API. Yeah.
I can push data to Google Calendar. I can finally finish my Wix website. He was thrilled.
He's got a site through GoDaddy. It's just incredible.
Bruce is quite the technological savant. You wouldn't know it. But he can run a computer. He knows desktop publishing. Like,
Well, yeah, he in his previous life he used WordPerfect, and Amy Pro, and Lotus 123.
I remember there was a Brother typewriter with an LCD screen, and you could see 6 lines of text and compose your document on the 6-line screen. And they could scroll up. You could do more than 6 lines, and then you could print it out on the Brother typewriter, and it ran WordPerfect. It was WordPerfect compatible.
And it also made the most incredible labels as well with the P-Touch. P-Touch 3.
It never did mail merge from Excel, though, which I was heartbroken about. Or no, mail merge from Word. I don't even know. I'm not a big Microsoft apps fan. Oh, yeah. I got the nasty gram from corporate IT. They were like, we noticed you're not using the Microsoft apps that you've been approved for. I was like, oh. I was like, well, I'm read only. It goes, no, you're approved with a full license. Here's how you download it and install it. So I was like,
Does that include Visio? Because if you have access to Visio, that's huge.
I am a FileMaker Pro guy, which is the same product, but not Microsoft. So I don't use Visio.
Well, I mean, if you're making architectural diagrams and whatnot, and that's where Visio resonates with me.
Yeah, and I'll also use Lucidchart for diagrams.
Sarah loves WordPerfect. That's why she keeps a PC. Word sucks.
Google Docs, baby, come on. Google Docs.
Those are great. Those are really helpful.
Yeah. When I do business and someone hands me a Microsoft Office document as an attachment, instead of using Google Docs or Google Sheets, I'm just like we can't collaborate. Can't collaborate on this document. I'm all about online collaboration.
And also cat assault.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
It's amazing how Bruce has taken on the role of a big brother. It's just absolutely amazing. He has only seen Stevie for less than a day.
And now he's sleeping in Stevie's presence.
Yeah.
Like a big brother. And ignoring Stevie like a big brother.
Pretty much.
No, I guess he's not. He's in the same room. I guess he's keeping tabs on him even though he's not looking directly at her.
Well, it wasn't like he was pushing her down the stairs.
Learn how to walk down the steps.
Ingy just went back to Mac and got a MacBook. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Ooh. MacBook Pro or MacBook Air? Ingrid. These are the details I must know. I almost bought the new MacBook Air, but I decided to get the iPad Pro instead.
Where'd you go, Stevie?
I hope I made the right decision.
Stevie. Oh. She's hiding.
If I didn't, I have a $130 paperweight right here with my Apple Pencil.
That's a very expensive paperweight. You think it would be signed by someone or at least a box? Oh, now she's cluttering down here. Oh, this is just radio gold, isn't it?
Stevie's sort of camera shy.
She is. Well, I mean, but then again, she's only less than 7 weeks old. Stevie, where are you? Yeah. Oh well. Oh, Bruce. What did you get yourself into, man? I'm excited. And for reasons that I've been basically lambasting for a while, but the Knicks are in the playoffs.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes,
oh,
they
wow,
are.
Look at that. Look
At
at
least they're
that.
having playoffs, unlike minor league hockey.
The fact that there's no Calder Cup this year, that's sad. But I think, honestly, the Knicks will probably get out of the first round they'll lose to the Atlanta Hawks, but the fact that they're in the playoffs and the fact that they got home court advantage in the first round, so Madison Square Garden will actually have a playoff game for the first time since 2012. That's huge.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I'm gonna try to get my camera back up here.
Where are the Nets? Are they like 1 or 2 or 3 or what? Where are they?
I
ranked,
think they're
you know?
3. I will confirm that.
Okay.
Let's see. NBA standings.
Ashley, big basketball fan.
No.
Well, there you go.
Well, my follow-up question, I don't have one, but I understand. I sympathize. I listen to a lot of sports talk radio, but I don't really follow sports that much. It's very strange, but yeah. Also, I live in Sacramento, so what do we got? The Sacramento Kings. They've been trash for 18 years.
There's
Maybe
your
15.
There's your standings. The Nets are number 2 actually. So 76. Yeah, 76ers first. Nets second. Bucks third. Knicks fourth.
Okay.
They play the Hawks in the first round.
Now we're talking?
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. Ashley, you're more of a hockey person, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it the cold? Is it the violence? What does it for you, Ashley?
It's all of the above.
Because I do like it cold. I've gone to like minor league games, or I don't know the equivalent, and yeah, it's cold. I love it in there. It's fantastic. It's like hanging out in her freezer.
MacBook Pro, she runs a business with her husband, Inky.
I went to the Saturday hockey game too, John and Ashley, because we were there Friday, and there were so many fights. They were just beating on each other. At one time, there were 2 from each team in the timeout, the penalty box. There's 4 total players in the penalty box. They were just beating on each other.
They got nothing to play for. They basically, there's no Calder Cup, and there's no.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So you would beat the crap out of each other anyway.
I love it. I love it.
That's like Paul saying, you know what, this game of Jackbox tomorrow night, this is not for any prizes. So, and once that happens, then people are just going to start, sending DOS attacks on each other and spamming and sending hacking each other. It's crazy. You tell me I got nothing to play for, it's gone. It's gone.
Ingrid clarified she has the MacBook Pro and she runs a business with the husband.
Yep.
Cool. Computers are good for helping with business.
Absolutely. That's for sure. We got Petey joining us on the Facebook saying, "What's up, John V?" Oh, nothing much. Got a kitten. Got a kitten now, along with him.
Hi, Petey. I can't see the Facebook comments as a guest on the Venture Forward. But
What's up, John V? Is
here.
the comment. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and I honestly think that I go back to a statement I made, I think earlier today, in the sense that I'm mesmerized. Well, it had to be earlier today. She's only been here less than a day. Mesmerized by how much how much Bruce has basically warmed up to Stevie.
Maybe it
I get
gave
it. I
Bruce
look
some
like Bruce.
meaning. A little more meaning to his Bruce cat life.
Yeah.
I'm not a psychologist like someone on this panel, so I don't know for sure.
Not a cat psychologist.
You gotta really open up to me, Bruce. You're safe with me.
Well, he's not snoring yet, so you got a chance. I could bring him up on camera again, but I don't know how good that's going to be. Again, but he doesn't have much teeth, so he's not going to bite me. So there's that.
You've already satisfied the requirement of half of all videos created online have a cat in them. So,
Well, these cats are amazing. and I couldn't be more appreciative and more thankful for them. So, Paul, big plans for you?
Sure. This weekend, I want to go back to the movie. So I went to the movies last weekend, and that was I haven't been over for over a year, and that was just so fun, just hanging out and watching a movie in the theater and being there. And I realized how much I missed it, so I think I'm going to go back. And I don't care what they're showing. I just want to watch something at the theater again. So I'll go back. Maybe I'll watch like Army of Dead, Army of the Dead. Not sure. So, yep. Something that the girlfriend does not want to see, but I can see on my own. So probably Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead is the Burke pick for the weekend. Ashley,
I think so.
although I should know this question, what do you have planned for the weekend?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, there you go. Do you want to take in Army of the Dead this weekend? Asking for a
No.
friend.
Hey,
No?
No, thank you.
I'll let you know what happens. I think a lot of people are going to die. From the trailer, it looks like there's going to be a lot of death.
Oh.
See,
So.
I agree with your girlfriend. Not a movie I want to see.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich, how's it going?
So
Rich vibes in the house.
What is the next big movie we want to see?
Ooh, Quiet
Dune.
Place is coming out.
Yes, A Quiet
Dune
Place
looks
too,
really good.
but John doesn't want to see that.
I'm going to go there for a second. I suspect that there might
You
be
like
a
your... No, I'm
bit-
curious. I'm so excited. Why? Why don't you want to see it? I'm super excited about it.
Well, I think for the last 10 years I've been dealing with this crap with my hearing and demyelination, and I know that I am very I need to have some level of noise in the background.
Got it.
So you put me in a situation where the noise is completely gone for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, except for the moments where people get murdered and whatnot. No.
Did you see the first one?
Yeah, I did. But I saw it from
Okay.
home, and I
That-
had
that
something
was-
on in the background.
Got it. Okay. What if you wear some earbuds and just kind of like play your own soundtrack that's like light enough? Listen, I'm gonna make this work for you guys. Pop in some earbuds, hit play, just on some ambience. I'm just like, I don't know, some fireflies, they make noise, something
How about this?
on. There you go.
You can hear that in the background. That'd be fun.
Okay. What, did you bring up a porn or something? What was that music from?
Oh, that's my San
Oh,
Francisco.
sorry. Did I have that on? I apologize. I thought I paused mine.
That's
Sorry.
That's from Harris Teller's String Beats. String Beats, baby. Is anyone interested in seeing the Dune movie that will come out at an unknown time?
At that unknown
Oh,
time?
yes.
Yes.
Doesn't that have a release date for June?
No, I don't think
Or-
so. It's been in this controversy because the director doesn't want it to go to HBO Max. They want it to go direct to theaters only.
Before you show that, I want to just bring this up. Ingy asks, is that Quiet Place movie any good?
Well, now this is Quiet Place 2 that's coming out, right?
I think she's asking about the original.
I liked it
Okay.
a lot. Ashley, thoughts?
Loved it. Saw it twice in theaters.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I thought it's very intimate. They didn't like go big. It's very like, this is a story about a family and who knows what else is happening else in the world. And I admire the hell out of that. That they aren't like, let's pull the camera back and show the whole global landscape. I like those intimate movies.
I was good with it. But then again, I think the thing that... So I'm going to use another movie to try to augment this. I think what got me through The Ring, way back in the day, was that I was plastered. So it felt more like a comedy than an actual horror movie.
Okay.
As far as A Quiet Place without the drink, I don't know.
John Krasinski is a director, and he stars in it.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
I
big
think
John
I think he's directing the second one.
Yeah, he directed and wrote
Yeah.
the second one too.
He's a great director. He's very
It's
impressive.
$3.99 on Amazon to rent. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight.
Shameless plug.
Oh, worth it.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
And Matt, I got over here. It says Dune's coming out October 1st. I thought it was a summer release. I'm disappointed now, but it says October 1st.
Well, I'm taking off that day then.
Put a big giant out of office block there. It's boom. Just go.
I love that franchise. I mean, and that movie is supposed to be so good because they stuck to the book. If it was on the page, it was on the screen, and there was no exceptions. There was no embellishing. There was no, making it different. It's following the script, baby, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really.
He's a good director. He's a really good director.
John Krasinski is very talented. He's a hidden threat to Hollywood.
He is a hit.
He's so good. Does that even make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense.
No, it works for me. Definitely works for me. Let's see. Can I get? There we go. There he is down there.
Kitty cat cam.
It's like the Grover cam, but just a little bit different.
That's Stevie is camera shy. Now,
Wow.
so what you got to do is you got to have Instagram accounts for both of the animals, and you've got
like at my little cat brother, and just Stevie and Bruce.
Stevie, not to be confused with Stevia.
Yes.
Yeah,
He called
but
her
if Bruce
Stevie.
starts, Stevie's a cute name. I'm not gonna say he's changed, but that's a pretty cute name too, Stevia.
Rich had a couple comments. You guys know what you gotta do on Sunday. And then mentions that you gotta start undress yourself again. That's great. And then Rich reminds us that so John Krasinski and Blunt are married.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Bruce? Right. This whole episode's gone to the cats, hasn't it?
It's a very special cat episode.
A very special, heartwarming cat episode of VF Talks.
Don't share the stage with children or animals. That's the rule of Hollywood. Or I should say of entertainment. Because we're better than Hollywood. We're YouTube. Like, that's the step above.
That's right. And you're all things YouTube, Matt, as given by your channel name.
I'm all things YouTube.
All things. All the things. All the YouTube.
Not
That's
99% of the things. I'm all the things.
That's a big number. 99%.
I got 99 problems, but things ain't one.
Boom.
'Cause I got them all.
A boom. Sarah says maybe Stevia is her formal name and Stevie's her nickname. Could very well be. And you may make the argument that Stevie's so sweet, she could be Stevia. Tell us in the comments.
She's artificial sugar made from sugar.
Time for a cat cam. Okay, let's... I should set up a cat cam in here. I got the spare camera off to this side over here.
Oh, the Cutting Edge TV is here. He says, hey, cool people.
How's it
hello."
going, brother? Hope you're doing well over there.
What's up, man?
And some of the things Mixcloud.
I'm a Mixcloud fan.
You're a Mixcloud fan, and but with lots of woodworking. There's woodworking.
Woodworking is a good thing.
What surprises me, Matt, about the woodworking is that it's not something you were doing your entire life. It's something you took up in the last few years.
Yeah. 8 or 9 years ago, I started woodworking as a creative outlet because all my creativity's on the computer, and when I make something out of wood and turn my computer off, it's still there. It doesn't go away.
Boom, boom.
But, yeah, I've got big plans in the wood shop. Going to be some awesome things coming out.
I saw some of your stuff. It is really, really good. And for someone who hasn't done it, you do a really darn good job. So keep it up, Matt,
Oh,
for sure.
thanks. Yeah, I'm yeah, it took a couple years, but I started to get really comfortable with the equipment and the techniques and staying in the lines. And yeah, I'm in a unique position because I've mastered desktop publishing, so I can create what I want in Adobe Illustrator perfectly and then use that as a template to cut out. So I do a lot of my designing for wood stuff on the computer, and it just works.
Sarah
I'm
asks,
making
what
now-
are you making now, Matt?
I am making movie posters that aren't movie posters. They're sound absorption panels. I have printed movie posters on fabric, and that's going to be the exterior wrap. And then there's going to be sound dampening insulation inside a 3-inch frame. And they're the exact movie poster size. What is it? 24 by 36. And then they're going to be on either wall over here to help with the ricocheting sound. That's what I'm working on now.
That's really cool.
Very cool.
And then I'm going to start building my wood CNC machine, which is a 3-axis carving computer-controlled machine.
I agree with Sarah. You can absolutely sell your templates.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did. I made plans for this computer. I built my desk here and made plans for it. And I think it was in February, someone bought the plans off of my Etsy store. I got this weird. I say, here's $6.99. It has a deposit in your account. I'm like, what is that? I couldn't figure out where it came from. I was like, oh, someone bought my digital plans from Etsy for the first time ever. Because I don't have a lot of plans. Actually, the only plans I have is to build this desk. And
Have you reached out to the people who purchased and said, hey, could you send me a picture of how it turns out? That'd be kind of cool.
I haven't done that yet. Maybe I should. And it's only the one, so just to find out.
Yeah, no, it'd just be kind of neat to see how it turns out for them and stuff.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. This I love this desk. It's 2 inches thick. It's got walnut end green. This edge here. It's a 1-inch round over. It looks like a cutting board, but it's all walnut. And I have thinner walnut wraps around back and anyway, and it's keyboard height. Like I've lowered it to the proper keyboard height so you can type. Anyway, it's amazing.
That's very cool. I have to take off, but this was a ton of fun, and I always love just kind of chilling with you guys and hanging out and talking. So.
Paul, likewise, and Matt and Ashley, it was great having you on this week, and also Bruce and Stevia, whichever way you want to go by.
It was a 6-person show today.
It was a 6. I mean, that's going to be that's a large expense, but we'll work it out. We'll bring that up to payables and see how that works, for sure. You guys have a great weekend. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Yep.
You too.
Have a great
See you
weekend,
later.
everyone. Take care.
Okay, go back to me, back to this one, like that one, but that one, and there I am. Hi, how's it going? Long time no see. That is a VF Talks, a very cat-friendly version of VF Talks, and I gotta say, it was really fun to have them on camera, including the little one. But that said, let's talk about next week. We're going to do another venture forward on Tuesday. We're going to talk about relationships. This is this one's going to be more along the lines of when relationships come to an end. Something we were talking about previously, and I think in light of the conversations from this week and talking about remembering dad and whatnot, I think it'd be good to talk about that. Thursday is a conversation about how things have changed and what that sort of reinvention has looked like over the time. We'll address that. We'll do another VF Talks again next Friday. And then there's going to be a special Venture Forward on the 30th to celebrate 2 years of sobriety. So we'll have all that information in the closing slide. Numbers on the whiteboard. I talked to that real quick. 825 days tracking food, 722 days sober, 404 days not gambling. It's basically been my life. And it's something where physically I've gone through this, and I know that I am in a much better place right now than I was in January of 2019. If I was in that same place right now, I don't know if I would have even survived the events of December and being diagnosed with MS and all that. So that is next week. But until then, I'm going to say the same thing I say to you after every Venture Forward in VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday for a conversation about when relationships come to an end. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. 1, 2, 3,